Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell says the payment of pension is not a political one, but rather a basic decent standard of living issue that his administration is seeking to address. Retirees from the public service were denied pension and gratuity payment as mandated by the Constitution through the Pension Act. However, through legislative changes, they were subjected to payment from the National Insurance Scheme. However, the March 2022 High Court ruling deemed the NIS payment for public workers as unconstitutional, thereby restoring pension payment as outlined in the Constitution.
I think anyone who works all their life, retires, and then find themselves unable to live, must ask what kind of society am I living in? And more importantly, what does the future hold for those who are working? They're going to face a similar situation. So for us, it isn't really a political issue. It's a basic, in my view, decent standard of living, what kind of a society issue that we need to address.
Following a meeting with stakeholders last Friday, government agreed to proceed with paying retired public officers some $60 million in retroactive pension and gratuity payments, commencing November of this year, in part or in full. These payments will be made to eligible retired public officers from the period 1985 to present, as well as to the estate of eligible teachers and public officers who died. The Prime Minister says this does not mean government is diminishing the fiscal impact of such payment.
But I've said time and time again, I prefer poor government and wealthy citizens and healthy citizens than a wealthy government and poor citizens. And so from that perspective, it is going to be a transfer of wealth from the government to the citizens, but I think it's one the citizens are legally entitled to, one the pensioners deserve. And so from where I sit, I'm happy to take action on this quickly.
For President General of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Jude Bartholomew, government's decision is a heartfelt one, especially for people who fought to see this realization but died without enjoying the victory of these battles.
People might be smiling in their grave right about now to hearing those news. And I know the same with Pamela George, Miss George, from basically another teacher who was sick for a long time and are very struggling with retirement. And here now you are hearing this news. So for everybody is a sense of hope, what you are seeing here.
However, while public officers bask in the realm of satisfaction, having combed the streets of Grenada on many occasions for their entitlements, the GUT leader is encouraging his members and colleagues to play the roles for which they are now being rewarded.
For that, I would want to call again, make a plea to teachers and to public officers and to the nation to really rally and let us basically try our best for our productivity. Our level of productivity must rise in this country because it's a good start for all of us.
Cherry and Blackman, Stephen, GBN News.